Nothing. My family didn't have nothing. My mom had 9 kids, struggling paycheck to paycheck. At the time, when I was younger, living with my mom, my dad, my dad was like kind of like in and out my life. I wasn't as close as my dad as I am now. And then when I did come around, my dad asked for money, and my dad said, "You gotta get a job." You know what I'm saying? But you a kid in high school, middle school, you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I expect, hey dad, can I have some money? I expect him to be like, here you go. But it wasn't like that.
Wasn't easy. You know, in and out the system, trying to stay in their life, and having kids scattered out like that wasn't easy. But there was always a question as of what one kid would ask, like, Damon, he thought that he didn't get enough attention from me. Then my other kids feel like they didn't get enough attention from me. But I try to, it wasn't easy to balance it out. It was actually kind of hard, especially being that they were spread it out, so.
I used to get a lot of referrals. I used to be late to class a lot.
Fights, and then that led to getting kicked out, getting smart with the teachers. Yeah, his school life was not, it was rough for him.
I think in high school, I think I got like 180 referrals or 200 referrals or something like that.
But Dan was really engaged. In school. It's just when he got in high school and got around other kids, he started to experience. Because we kept them, a lot sheltered. We didn't allow them to hang out with bad kids. If kids out there in the street past, 7 o'clock, before the lights go out, he couldn't hang out with those people. So we sheltered him from those people, but we didn't shelter to a point where he couldn't hang out with these, those type of people. So
Me and him had a problem a lot with me having to go to the schools a lot and stuff, getting into trouble and stuff like that.
Man, I ended up getting locked up at school too, like multiple times. But I think a lot of that stuff, it took place at the crib.
We had a pretty good relationship as when he was a kid growing up. Just couldn't keep him out of trouble.
Whatever went on at home, it kind of reflected on how I acted at school. Because I felt like shit, if we arguing all the time, if I'm arguing with my parents all the time, and they adults, when I go to school, when I get around all these other kids, it's like, yo, if they get smart with me, I'm like, yo, I ain't about to talk to me crazy. The fuck? Because I'm arguing with my mom. I argue with anybody at school. You feel me? So like like one time I got locked up at school because the officer, he came up to me and shit, and I was late to class. He tried to give me a detention slip, and I said, no, I ain't serving no detention. The fuck? He got upset with me. He was like, serving this detention. I said, I'm not serving this detention. And then he gave me a slip like this. Like imagine this is a slip or a piece of paper. He basically put it to my chest and then he let it go. And so it fell on the ground. The officer said, pick that shit up. I said, I ain't picking that up. And then I walked away. And then he came up to me, he was like, go pick this up. I said, get out my face. I said, I told the officer to suck my dick. And then that's when he said, all right. And then he picked me up, him and another officer carried me to the office. They locked me up for sexual harassment to an officer and disorderly conduct. So I think all that stuff, me going crazy at school, me having attitudes reflected, you know what I'm saying? That was just like a version of me at home.